mic is really quiet. I don't know what's up with it. Just need to position it right in front of the mouse. There we go, that should be better. I don't know how else you turn the mic up, I really don't. It's like right in front of my mouth.
Hi guys, Mr. Waffles here. This is your no-nonsense guide to the Astra Malorum East.
Hold up, you guys gotta see this. Sorry, it's kind of slow. I really don't.
A Gobblegum pack that has a cashback, in my opinion, or a raindrops if you're a Gooner. I think Shields Up is also really nice to have in the boss fight, as always. And for weapons, I think having things like the Nova line or just a kitted out AK or AR, I think that's going to serve you fairly well. The LMGs are also a pretty good option. Like, I think you've got some good selection available to you here. Also, another weapon that's great for the boss fight because it's amazing for taking down the boss's armor is the Ion Sniper. I wouldn't use it as your primary damage weapon for the entire fight, but it's a really good weapon to have as sort of an accessory just to destroy that armor. But I would recommend the Deadshot Minor Augment that's going to allow you to do more damage to armor, and the Double Tap Augment, I think it's Double Caliber, that's also going to help you with the same thing. So let's get into the steps. To start with, you need to activate Power and Pack-a-Punch just like in all Easter eggs. If you're playing in Standard, it's guided on your screen how to do it, so follow that, but if you're in Cursed, it won't be. So I'm going to direct you to my Pack-a-Punch guide, which is a separate video if you do need a little assistance in this matter. Assuming you're playing Standard though, follow those on-screen steps, activate the Pack-a-Punch machine, and once you've done that, I quite like getting an early Pack-a-Punch done in my game because it's going to be nice to have a papped weapon for some of the other steps that we're going to do. Now, after Pack-a-Punch, there are 4 Wonder Weapon components that we are going to start working on getting. The first we'll take a look at here is the Old Tessie car battery. You can get this by using that Pack-a-Punch gun you just got on Tessie and shooting the front of the car, and the battery will pop right out. You can grab it, and then a load of zombies will spawn in, so don't get taken out by them, and that's one of your parts secured. You'll then also need to put Cryo Freeze, the ammo mod, on your weapon at an arsenal machine, and once it's on, you can run around the map and shoot 3 purple crystals, and each of them will give you a little shard here. Pick those up, and you'll then have 3 in your inventory when you've grabbed all 3. Another thing you can do at this stage of your game is get your aberrant wires. These will be located at a streetlight that is blinking in your game, but there are multiple spawn points for the blinking streetlight. So I'm going to show you several different spawn locations right now, but obviously if you can't find it, check the description down below, and also just look out for a blinking streetlight in your game. So without further ado, let's show you some blinking streetlight spawns. Here is a potential blinking streetlight. This one is kind of offset. It's looking like it's been knocked over or something. Another possible blinking streetlight can be just here next to Wisp T. Then for another possible blinking streetlight, this one's just going to be here, as you can see in my gameplay. And here's another possible blinking streetlight as well. And here is another blinking streetlight. When you find your blinking streetlight, you are going to shoot it with your weapon just a couple of times, and you should see your aberrant wires pop out, and you can pick those up. Now, to proceed further from here, we need to do a little extra sequence in the Pack-a-Punch room. The first thing we'll do to get this started is to hold square here on this organ, and it will play some tones. And then you're going to look around in that room for these vents. There are several of these. They can be on the corners of the walls in that room or on the pillars. And there are also some up top above where the Pack-a-Punch is as well, kind of on that balcony area. And you need to find one of those vents which is steaming. When you find that, shoot it, and you then basically are on a timer to shoot the next steaming vent. So the steam will move from that one to a different one of the vents. Like I said, it could be lower down, or it could be above you in that middle upper area. When you find another steaming vent, shoot it, it will move again. Make sure you're checking that underneath bit, make sure you're checking that kind of ground level, and then make sure you're checking that upper tier. If he's not spawning for you, go another couple of rounds. I think that you can get him on like round 7, round 8, stuff like that. But in my experience, he spawns in from the steam vents. If you're having any trouble getting him to spawn in, then make sure you check the description. Also, for the record, if you fail the steam vents, you just need to go over to the organ again and play on the organ once more, and then look around for a different steaming vent and repeat the process, because it is on a timer. So assuming you've done the steam vents, you've moved the telescope, like everything is going well, and you have an Oscar spawned in, you're now going to work on the Oscar Wonder Weapon parts. One of these can be acquired from shooting the little UFOs that Oscar has floating around him, and when you do that, you'll get a damaged UFO disc which you can pick up. And then you've got a choice. You can basically go and kill Oscar in one of 3 locations. You can do them in any order you choose. So I'm just going to show you the order I happen to do in my game here. We're going to do the sun first. For this, you're going to go over to this little viewfinder on the telescope, hold interact on that, and then you're going to drag your viewfinder over to the sun when Oscar is nearby. If he's on the other side of the map, this is not going to work. So make sure you have Oscar sort of in that room, and zombies also will not target you while you're in the viewfinder, which is nice. So use the viewfinder to aim at the sun, and it will then kick you out of the viewfinder, and a laser beam will start coming through the telescope, and you need to walk Oscar through that, and he will then explode. Now, if he doesn't explode properly, something I'd also recommend doing, and this is a useful tip for all of these, is to shoot his little orbiting UFOs as he steps through it. And that's just going to mean that he gets a little staggered as well, so that can be quite nice for making sure this works. But so long as you walk him through that sun laser, you should see that he explodes, and you then need to wait for another Oscar to spawn into your game. So change the round, go to the next round after that. If you still don't have an Oscar, you should eventually hear a siren at the beginning of the round when he spawns in. And you'll also need to roam around the map to look for him, because he won't automatically aggro to you. He'll sort of be stationary, like a sentry somewhere, and you need to find him. Otherwise, he might just sort of get lost roaming around the corridors. Now, before that happens, there are 1 or 2 other little things that you can do just to optimize the rest of your match. One of them is to go into the museum room, and by this cabinet, if you smash its glass sort of door, you can grab yourself a bone saw, which we will use shortly in the egg. And another thing that you can do while you're waiting is you can go over to the telescope viewfinder once again, and you this time want to position the viewfinder perfectly in the center of Mars. When you do that...
Homie's dragging it out, bro. Why is it going so slow? I need to get this processes.
You'll see there are 2 numbers in the bottom corner of your screen, and you're looking for the 4-digit number. It should be your declination. That's what that stands for. Dec is declination, and it should be 4 digits. We're going to note those down.
You gotta get some coordinates and shit. 15 minutes? That's a little bit.
In this video, I'll be giving you an easy guide to completing the main Easter egg solo on the brand new Black Ops 7. Zombies map, Astra Malorum. Completing the egg will reward you with the bottled up operator skin for Nikolai, a calling card, charm, and some XP. Before we get into the guide, be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications for everything Astra Malorum Season 1, including an in-depth solo boss breakdown. With that out of the way, let's get into it. First things first, we're going to be turning on power and activating Pack-a-Punch. Most of this is guided, however, you will need to find and pick up 2 different harmonic components. One is near the Stellar Dissector trap. First things first, we're going to be turning on power and activating Pack-a-Punch. Most of this is guided, however, you will need to find and pick up 2 different harmonic components. One is near the... the Stellar Dissector trap, and the other is in the Machina Astral rooms. Again, it's super easy, it's guided on screen, but once you have both, you can then repair the telescope and complete a lockdown sequence to unlock Pack-a-Punch. First things first, we're going to be turning on power and activating Pack-a-Punch. Most of this is guided, however, you will need to find and pick up 2 different harmonic components. One is near the Stellar Dissector trap, and the other is in the Machina Astral rooms. Again, it's super easy, it's guided on screen, but once you have both, you can then repair the telescope and complete a lockdown sequence to unlock Pack-a-Punch. Once Pack-a-Punch is open, you can start collecting contraption pieces for the LGM-1. The first contraption piece are the Absolute Zero fragments, which can be collected by shooting 3 of the ether crystals around the map while having cryo freeze equipped to your weapon. The crystals can spawn anywhere around the map, and I would advise not shooting any of them until you have cryo freeze equipped, because they spawn sparingly after you've destroyed them once. Once you've shot all 3 crystals and collected all 3 shards, we can move on to the next contraption piece. Our second piece is going to be the wires, which can be found by shooting a blinking lamppost somewhere around the map. These lampposts can be found in any of the outdoor areas around the map, and it appears the location is random in each game. I've restarted about 5 times to check and see where these would spawn, and each lamppost was in a different area of the map, so just be on the lookout after you activate Pack-a-Punch. The flashing lamppost itself, again, won't turn on until Pack-a-Punch has been opened, much like every other step for this Easter egg, but once you do find it, it sticks out like a sore thumb. You really can't miss it. It's the only one on the map that's going to be flashing. You just want to shoot it with your bullet weapon, and it'll drop the wires. Our third contraption part is the car battery, which can be found in the hood of Old Tessie. In order to get this part, you need to, again, open up Pack-a-Punch. I think you might even need a Pack-a-Punch weapon for this, but you're going to want to head back to spawn where Oscar's hanging out and then shoot the hood of Old Tessie. It'll crack open, and the car battery will drop for you to pick up. The last contraption part is the flying saucer. This one's super simple as well. All you have to do is shoot one of Oscar's saucers that he deploys when he activates his shield. Once it's broken, it'll drop on the ground. You can run over and pick it up. Once you have all 4 contraption parts, you can move into the trap trials with Oscar. There's going to be 3 individual traps around the map that you can activate with the parts that you've collected, and you'll have to complete a trial in each of these 3 different areas with 3 separate Oscars. This can be done in any order, but the first one I did in my game was the Electro-Volt Projector trap that can be found in the Luminarium. You need to lure an Oscar into the Luminarium and then activate the trap. This causes a mini lockdown sequence where Oscar's battery will need to be overcharged with the trap. Simply keep Oscar inside of the room to progress the overcharge bar, and when the battery overcharge is about to finish, make sure Oscar does not have a force field around him. The objective here is to have the battery progress bar finish while Oscar is vulnerable. If the timer runs out and his force field is still up, you'll have to try again the next time an Oscar spawns in. But if you do this successfully, the car battery is overcharged while he has no shield. It'll blow up, it'll insta-kill Oscar, he'll be teleported away, and you can move on to the next trial. The next trap can be found in the museum right in front of the speed cola machine. For the rocket trap, you'll need to have 3 shards in your inventory, and if you fail to complete this trial, you'll have to collect 3 more crystals with cryo freeze. Again, once you're sure you've collected 3 shards from the ether crystals using cryo freeze, lead Oscar to the back of the rocket itself. Make sure he doesn't have a force field around him again, just like you did with the first trap, then interact with the button on the left side of the rocket. If Oscar is close enough to the engine, it'll insta-kill him and destroy him, just like it did with the other trap, where he'll basically be teleported away. You won't see him again. That's how you know you've completed this one successfully. But if you do fail this step, you'll have to collect 3 more crystals, like I mentioned earlier, and the rocket trap also only lasts like 5 seconds, so really make sure you've got Oscar right up against it. The last trap trial is going to be the sun trial, which can be done in the observatory observatory dome where Pack-a-Punch is located. In order to start this trial, you have to find 5 steaming valves around the area and shoot them in quick succession. They can be located above, below, on the same level of the Pack-a-Punch area, and there's one additional one over near the portal to the fast travels. What you're going to want to do is shoot one at a time. Only one valve will be producing smoke. You can hear it hissing. It's really not that hard. I would highly suggest doing this at the end of a round, maybe even on a lower round, or when Oscar himself is away from this area, because it's going to get really hectic in here, especially on the higher rounds. But once you do find one of these valves, you want to shoot it. Another valve will spawn somewhere around the room. Again, crank up the audio. You're going to hear it hissing. They're all, like I said, located within this one specific area as well over by the teleporter, but you will hear the hissing pretty loudly if it's the end of the round. Once you've shot all 5 in rapid succession, you'll get like a quote from the entity, and the next thing you're going to want to do is, again, just like the other 2 traps, lead an Oscar into this area. Make sure he's very close to you before you start this one, because again, you'll only have a limited time to kill him with this trap. Once you have an Oscar in there and you've heard the entity speak, you can now interact with the telescope, and you'll have to line it up with the sun. Now, there's a planet, it looks like a moon, off to the farther bottom right corner of the telescope. The sun, for me, every single game has been like straight up and to the left. If you want to match up the specific coordinate in the bottom left, you can see where it's at in your game. But literally just take the telescope and move it up and to the left, and you should be able to see it pretty easily. It's the bright sun there. Once it's lined up, you can kick out of the telescope, and a giant laser beam will come through the telescope. Again, you're going to want to just lead Oscar through this. If you do it correctly, it should insta-kill him once he hits the middle of the trap. Now, as soon as he's killed, again, you can do these in any order, but the last trap that you use, the third and final one, will kill Oscar. It'll always drop the LGM Wonder Weapon. You can then pick it up and use it, like I said. Once you've got the Wonder Weapon, we can move on to the next step, which is going to be following Oscar around the map without being targeted. You'll have to wait until he's not aggro and just keep following him for a good amount of time. I'd suggest turning on subtitles here, because Oscar will replay audio logs of his kills, and eventually he'll get to a log where he's involved with a man named Thurston. Thurston will relay you 3 planets in order. You have to simply take the planets that Thurston said in that order and match them up with what order the planets are lined up in. On screen now is the solar system with each planet, its chronological number. Once you've converted your planets to a 3-digit code, you can go to the observatory and input it into this gas valve. Converted your planets to a 3-digit code, you can go to the observatory and on screen now is the solar system with each planet its chronological number. Once you've converted your planets to a 3-digit code, you can go to the observatory and input it into this gas valve. If done correctly, a platform will drop from the left side of Pack-a-Punch where you can hop up and grab a key from the dead astrologer. Next, you'll have to head back to the telescope and interact with it to line it up with Mars. The telescope is pretty close to Mars, so you simply just line it up there and take note of the coordinates that are in the bottom left of the telescope. I think this is the same every game, but just in case, I would just check this, especially if this is your first time doing this. Once you have your coordinates, head to the 2nd floor of the Machina Astra room and interact with this machine to input your 4-digit code. Moving on, you'll now have to take that key that you got from the dead guy of the Machina Astra room, and you'll be able to unlock the dead specimen. You need to input your 4-digit code. Moving on, you'll now have to input your 4-digit code. Moving on, you'll now have to take that key that you got from the dead guy. You need to input your 4-digit. Need to input your 4-digit code. Moving on, you'll now have to take that key that you got from the dead guy of the Machina Astra room, and you'll be able to need to input. Second floor of the Machina Astra room.
5159. 5159.
And interact with this machine to input your 4-digit code. Moving on.
Oh my gosh, there's so many steps. Holy shit.
You'll now have to take that key that you got from the dead guy of the Machina Astra room, and you'll be able to unlock the dead specimen. Once unlocked, head to the museum, and to the right of the exfil booth, there will be a case that you can break open and grab the saw. Once you have the saw, return to the lung and cut out the specimen's brain. You must now take the brain to the Luminarium brain container and place it in the jar. Interact with it again to start a timed lockdown, and as soon as you've completed it, you can pick up the brain and slowly walk it back to the device in the bottom of the Machina Astra room. Here you'll be able to place the brain in the chamber in this room, and book names will begin flashing on the left side of the screen. You have to take note of each of the books that are flashing and note which ones you have in your game. Once you have all the book names written down, you can then move into the Archive of Orbis. Here there will be 3 bookcases spread out throughout the room with 3 different statue heads next to them staring in the direction of each set of bookcases. You have to interact with each set of bookcases that are near the heads and look for your books, then turn the statue heads based on how many of your books are in each bookcase. It sounds complicated, but here's what I did in my game to get it done very easily. My list of books from the screen where the brain is at were The Black Veil, The Unknowable Void, Echoes of Andromeda, Witchlight Codex, and Silence and Singularity. I then went to the room with the bookcases and went to each quadrant of bookcases looking for books I had. In the first set of bookcases, I had Void and Echoes, which means I would turn the statue near it twice. The second quadrant, I had Codex and Singularity, so I turned that statue twice as well. And then the last quadrant, I only had Veil, so I turned that statue once. Note, some bookcases will have random books that aren't on the list, just ignore those, they're red herrings. Once you've turned the statues in a short amount of time, a trapdoor will open above the ladder in the corner of the room. You can climb and then pick up the planet Neptune. Once you have Neptune, head back to the Machina Astra room and place Neptune on the diagram where it has an opening for a free planet. You now have to find 3 pieces of paper that are scattered around the map that have a direction and a planet on them. The locations for these papers are in the same spot every game, but the planets and directions change each map where it has an opening for a free planet.
Can I pause? So actually pause. I got one attachment rounds in survival. Damn. Yo, you guys got mics? Everybody got a mic? Hey, you know how to do the Easter egg, bro? I'm gonna try and do it. I'm sure probably these guys will quit, but you wanna try and run the
No,
Easter
this
egg?
is my first time. This is my first time.
Oh, it's okay. I have notes. I took notes, bro.
Shut the fuck up. I'm going to bomb you.
Whoa, partner.
Whoa,
Do not
bro.
redeem it.
Are
Do
you
not
guys-
redeem it.
You guys
Shut
run on the same account? Guys playing split screen on the
Somewhere on
Wait,
that
if it
first
gets battery right now,
Yes.
No, it's gotta be a 5.1.
I helped you get there, but the rest is up to you.
Will this Calderas be happy to meet us in Vivarium Wars? Yeah.
Split your rotten skull.
like a bloody fucking surgeon.
Yo, chat, what do we think of these guys? Lit or are they
Nigga, you ain't streaming. What the fuck you want about?
Only when you are all restored can you hope to confront the tyrant who brought you here.
Yeah?
I hope you guys do demonetize.
Don't rush me. That's how mistakes get made.
I mean, people would have to be watching the video.
If you can break my sister's shackles, she will aid you as I did. But that is a very big if.
Still keeping tabs on us, huh? Don't be shy about pitching in.
Here's the bone saw right here. Oh, there's the case.
Double points!
Got a wall weapon. Forthcoming. Does everything have to be so cryptic?
Maybe she's trapped here like us. Maybe she and the warden got here by the same means.
Guess we're dancing to somebody else's tune, as fucking usual.
Did you start the thing? No. Oh, wait, this has
It's good. You feeling like yourself again, Maya? Hope the rest of us get the same treatment soon.
We're all playing the Shadowsmith lottery. Winners might be fucking random for all we know.
Insta-kill!
Let's go.
Adios. Great. So now we've got an ominous light beaming down.
Still trying to figure out how Mr. Shades has changed to human in this goddamn place. We all remember what happened to Psychoff.
You know what? Rick Branger is a good band name. Yeah, what
I think one down here.
Before shit gets even worse.
Damn right. I get my right not to have my feet.
Back on solid traffic. One done. Oh, I hear it. I hear it. Right here.
Entity, shadow snips. I'm not entirely sure we can trust any of them. Hear me out. We best produce these, sell them as bug zappers, then fuck it up, you soggy twat. Save the time for crocodile tears.
We have to have the battery.
Probably not enough. The rest of us get the same treatment.
Throwing frag. So, if I put a beer in there, will it kick out a keg? Can't start my day till I've done one of those.
And then I'll get the shards for cryo freeze.
Using stim.
Oh, first guy down. There it is.
Welcome to hell, skid mark.
Where's the machine for fucking cryo? I gotta find that.
Full power!
Open, bitch. There it goes.
On ya.
I got the car okay, I got the car battery. Like the check. One of these lights should be flashing. These should be flashing lights. One of the parts.
usually help each other unless something's in it for them, but Tank's alright, I reckon.
Wish you didn't keep giving me the side eye.
Oh, here's this dude. I think it's a bone saw. Cut his fucking head on right here.
Workbench there.
Watch me run off it. No, it's no way.
I drew this as a child. Now it seems like a premonition. And I've remembered it subconsciously.
Bro, I wonder how the first person figured this out. There's no way they went through and did each step and was like, oh, here's what you do. They definitely got some leaked information or some shit. There's like 50 different steps, literally.
There's an arsenal.
Give me that cryo breezy breeze. Yeah, here it is. Boom, got it.
I am on today.
Alright, now let's shoot this fucking mesh crystals on the ground. Heisenberg purple crystal. I think it's that crystal.
Don't look at me for a plan.
That's one. This is a hunting box, dude. Check it out. Alright, I got one. The wire. The wire and the saucer.
Up again. You ain't down for the meat locker yet.
Oh, my losing hope is not being and you can save too. That's actually not cool. I didn't know you could save on that. Did we rank this up at all? Level 3? Honestly, it's super slow, bro. I don't even really want to play with it, honestly. I'll probably play with AR instead. He said any AR is good. The MXR is 13. What the fuck? When did I get this? Nice. Get the rag launcher? Why not? What do I get the extended mag? Level 44. God damn! I got the extended mag though, so that's cool.
Let's serve these guild bastards up. Get up. Let's make the old regiment proud.
It's a bet.
Alright, pack a punch, car battery, cryo, wire, saucer. In that order. Probably.
Somewhere on that cursed asteroid, you will find the Shadow Smith Confederacy. I helped you get there, but the rest is up to you.
Oh, the knife does more damage than the melee.
Freeing the Shadow Smiths is your path to defeat their master.
Only because...
Brainnet is scattered. Double points.
I wish I could tell you where Calthera resides. Her bindings prevent me from feeling her presence.
still have my revive. I think that's
Just enough flavor to mask the stench of death. Yeah, didn't think so. Semtex out!
I have a grenade launcher. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm just gonna take it out. I really
Bonus points!
Oh, I thought it was a fire sale. What the fuck was I thinking? Definitely not a fire sale. The only place I can get ammo is down. Well, I'm sure there's more.
Head on, head off.
Does anybody know how to use the grenade launcher? Ah, I'm auto sprinting.
Using stim.
No, I don't want to figure out how to use
Knew it. should be every door, minus the ones that obviously you have to have. I don't even know what this does. Gives arc XD, Mangler cannon,
and disciple injections in one. Okay, that's pretty sick.
Need a challenge. Come on, need a challenge. Walked right into that one.
It's hard to follow. What is up with that? Hold up.
bad luck found me today. Grab you, little fuckers. Max ammo! Fuck, I haven't the foggiest. Thermo grenade thrown.
That's for sure.
Don't tell me the calorie count. Come on, need a challenge. Insta-kill. Grenade out. Extra chunky. Not my favorite.
one way to crack them.
For sure. Listen out here, listen. Which is specifically what's his name, but he hasn't showed up yet. Where does this take you to? Oh, Christian, okay.
Look at that.
lost them all in the same hole.
Great. I got blank.
Throwing Semtex. In the bar. Max armor.
The traps are actually super weird.
No one's keeping me down now. Just backside. Here goes. That sent a miss. All right, buddy, go off. Hey, Brill, how about a door, if you got one?
Oh shit.
Yo, this should be the
looks like.
Gotta make myself right. Let's the copper. 2-for-1, kicking arse.
Because this peacekeeper and chicks.
Mr. Beast in action. Anyone counted? I was busy.
Missing here. How do I get this to work off? The other mic's really loud. How does that work, bro? No, I go back that's kind of cool.
On subtitles here because Oscar will replay audio logs of his kills and eventually he'll get to a log like straight up and to the left. If you want to match up the specific coordinate in the bottom left, you can see where it's at in your below on the same level of the Pack-a-Punch area, and there's one additional one over near the portal to the fast travel. So what you're going to want to do is shoot one at a time. Only one valve will be producing smoke. You can hear it hissing. It's really not that hard. I would highly suggest doing this at the end of a round, maybe even on a lower round or when Oscar himself is away from this area, because it's going to get really hectic in here, especially on the higher rounds. But once you do find one of these valves, you want to shoot it. Another valve will spawn somewhere at the end of the round. Once you've shot all 5 in rapid succession, you'll get like a quote from the entity, and the next thing you're going to want to do is, again, just like the other 2 traps, lead an Oscar into this area. Make sure he's very close to you before you start this one, because again, you'll only have a limited time to kill him with this trap. Once you have an Oscar in there, the planet looks like the moon off to the farther bottom of that in your game, but literally just take the telescope, move it up and to the left, and you should be able to see it pretty easily. It's the bright. You have 3 shards in your inventory, and if you fail to complete this trial, finish while Oscar is vulnerable. If the timer runs out and his force field is still up, you'll have to try again the next time an Oscars. This can be done in any order, but the first one I did in my game, one of Oscar's saucers that he deploys when he activates his shield. Any order, but the first one I did in my game was the electrovolt projector trap that can be found in the Luminarium. You need to lure an Oscar into the Luminarium and then activate the trap. This causes a mini lockdown sequence where Oscar's battery will need to be overcharged with the trap. Simply keep Oscar inside of the room to progress the overcharge bar, and when the battery is vulnerable, if the timer runs out and his force field is still up, you'll have to try again the next time an Oscar spawns in. But if you do this successfully, the car battery is overcharged while he has no shield. It'll blow up, it'll insta-kill Oscar, he'll be teleported away, and you can move on to the next trial. The next trap can be found in the museum right in front of the speed cola machine. For the rocket trap, you'll need to have 3 shards in your inventory, and if you fail to complete this trial, you'll have to collect 3 more crystals with Cryo Freeze. Again, once you're sure you've collected 3 shards from the ether crystals using Cryo Freeze, lead Oscar to the back of the rocket itself. Make sure he doesn't have a force field around him again, just like you did with the first trap, then interact with the button on the left side of the rocket. If Oscar is close enough to the engine, it'll insta-kill him and destroy him, just like it did with the other trap, where he'll basically be teleported away. You won't see him again. That's how you know you've completed this one successfully. But if you do fail this step, you'll have to collect 3 more crystals, like I mentioned earlier, and the rocket trap also lasts 5 seconds, so
Command authorizing dog mission. I'm not pulling any punches. She's a beauty. man. Frostbite's a killer. Decoy's live. Yo, that was all in the plan. Still waiting on me. It's everything I ever wanted. That's alright, I want no photo.
Crystal.
Okay, done. Fuck, I hate crowds. Grenade out. Sending frag.
Crystals.
Not standard issue.
Wow, that guy's vanilla.
Just to be sure that I think it's
I know there's a wonder weapon in there somewhere. With a shot. Sucker of the day, yours fucking truly. No, I got no
Really make sure you've got Oscar right up against it. The last trap trial is going to be the Sun trial, which can be done in the observatory dome where Pack-a-Punch is located. In order to start this trial, you have to find 5 steaming valves around the area and shoot them in quick succession. They can be to head back to the telescope and interact with it to line it up with Mars. The telescope is pretty close to Mars, so you simply just line it up there and take note of the coordinates that are in the bottom left of the telescope. I think this is the same every game, but just in case, I would just check this if this is your first time doing this. Once you have your coordinates, head to the second floor of the Machina Astra room and interact with this machine to input your 4-digit code. Moving on, you'll now have to take that key and drop from the dead guy of the Machina Astra room, and you'll be able to unlock the dead specimen. Once unlocked, head to the floor to the right of the exfil booth. There
boys. Let me just write that down. What information do we need, you think?
gas valve. If done correctly, a platform will drop from the left side of Pack-a-Punch where You can hop up and grab a key from the dead astrologer. Next, you'll have to head back to the gas valve. If done correctly, a platform will drop from the planets said in that order and match them up with what order the planets are lined up in. On screen now is the solar system, the planet, and far up the number. Once you've converted your planet to a 3-digit code, you can go to the observatory and input it into this gas valve. Done correctly, a platform will drop from the
One way to crack them. Kicking arse. All set. Full power.
That sucks.
Today's special, hot lead, extra spicy. Herd mentality is a killer.
Just the code. So what I'm going to do is make sure that captions are turned on because I'm doing this one over there.
Dance right into the ground. Fucking crossbite double points. Welcome to the team, you smelly bastard.
Tastes like a pangolin's fart. Time to toy with my but not over. Donkey, cracking heads will never Gotta do that more often. Walk right into that one. That's one way to crack him. Priming C4. I see an enemy.
us.
don't know.
Charge out!
is when you have, oh shit, a package got delivered? Did I miss it? So it's 7:56 p.m., but, if I went that far, dude. That sucks. I was so close. I was so close. That's actually got that ringing up to me. I'll try it out. Scopes yet.
Use this time for some target practice. The real thing's coming soon. Enemy soldier incoming. Reload! All stations, we are green to go. Stand by for deployment. Resurgence. Survive to redeploy forward teammates. Enemy dropping into the AR. Change your mags. Get down. Reload. Squad mates back on station. Good work. Change your mags. You have reinforcements inbound. Your squad mate is redeploying. Well done. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Find medics. Hostile shoot. Setting waypoint. Setting waypoint. Back on station. Go get after it. Bounty targets marked. Kill them all. Moving to my mark. Your squad mates back on station. Good work. Marks remaining operators from that squad. Hunt them down. Friendly loader. Taking fire. Heads up. An enemy squad marks you as a bounty target. Oh, you won. Good as new. Right on ammo. Enemy soldier incoming. You have reinforcements inbound. Loadout drop headed your way. Good kill. Marking the rest of that squad on your tac map. Get hunting. Your squad mate is redeploying. Well done. Contact! Ah! You've got a loadout drop inbound. You have reinforcements inbound.
Enemy down. Confirm the kill.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Your squad made it to the safe zone. You've got gas moving in.
Reload.
You're clear. Enemy hunters were eliminated. Enemies dropping into the AO. Your squad mates redeployed.
Reload.
Well done. Target down. Marking the rest of them. Positive ID on the bounty targets. Hunt them down.
Armor box over here. Taking fire.
Napalm strike ready for delivery.
Your squad mates back on station. Good work.
Raider 1-9 are on station, lighting up your targets.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Raider 1-9 delivering complete RTB.
Enemy movement in the AO.
Close one.
Nine left. Keep the pressure on. Get ready. Resurgence window is about
Armor
to
box
close.
over here.
Enemy destroyed. Use your tac map to hunt down the rest of them.
Enemy movement.
Your squad mate is redeployed. Well done. All squad mates are in the safe zone. Gas is closing in. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the side.
Change your mags. Got contact. Reload.
Mark remaining operators from that squad. Hunt them down.
Change your mags.
Target down. Marking the rest of them. No more second chances. We lost track of the bounty target. Contract failed. We've got 10 squads active in the field.
LDVR awaiting targeting data.
safe zone. Your squad mate ID'd a high-value target. Lock and load.
Taking fire! Reloading!
Got 4 remaining. Stay sharp. Five squads still operational in the AO.
Got contact!
You're in the top 3. Don't let up now. You're in the last 2. Now finish this. 3 squads left in the war zone. Stay alert. Be advised, you still have squad mates outside the safe zone.
UAV standing by.
Need recon overhead!
LDPR salvo ready for launch.
Priority tasking request received. We're a dot. Stand to you, soldier. Stay sharp. Only 5 remain. We're close. We lost that one, but we'll get a W next time.
Changing max!
How many kills did I get? 8? Okay. Not bad, not bad. I want to level this gun up a little bit more. This gun is, it's really good.